Hey, happy Supdate. I know that's weird. It's my attempt at being smart and combining Sunday, update, and sup all into one word because that sounds like a cool name for a series. I'm currently standing in an elevator, a creepy elevator at that, going to the top floor of a parking garage so that I can talk to you guys and give you the Sunday update. But I wanted to explain myself, plus I wanted to ask if you thought the Supdate thing was a good idea, because in all honesty, it's probably a horrible one. But I'll see you in my secret spot. First thing you gotta ask yourself is there truly any better spot to talk to yourself and to a camera than on a slightly snow-covered top of a creepy parking garage night at like 8 o'clock? And the answer is yes, there's probably a lot of places that would be so much better than this. But that's not the point. The point is, every Sunday I am doing an update video for my YouTube channel, my Twitch, for my life pretty much. And I explained this in the first one, and you can actually click above to watch the first one. But long story short, I want something that I can watch and realize where I was in life more than an update for you guys. But it just happens that both of those things collide this week more so than ever. And that's actually what we're going to talk about, which is the updates that YouTube put on smaller channels, the policy that is, of when you can monetize your content and when you can't, and more importantly, what that means for the Hey on Door channel from this point on and into the future. So in short, if you're really only here to figure out what I'm going to do, then it's quite simple. I'm going to do absolutely nothing different. I'm still going to try to post every single day. I'm still going to do Twitch videos, but the cooler thing is I think I'm going to try to focus more on Twitch than I do YouTube. It's not really going to affect, it's not going to show as much on YouTube, but Twitch most definitely, I'm going to attempt to stream pretty much every day I can. I'm only 10 viewers away, 10 followers away from affiliation for Twitch, which means I can have the subscriber button, which of course is a whole lot easier to get money off of Twitch than to get money off of YouTube. But I really like YouTube because it gives it that editing kind of ability that you don't get in live streams. And in all honesty, my character, if you want to put it that way, is different from Twitch and YouTube. As on YouTube, I realized that I could do funny things with the editing, and with Twitch, it's not, I have to be on the entire time. There is no thought process. It's just whatever comes out of my mouth, it better be funny because someone can watch at any time and at any point. And I want to entertain you guys. Plus, there's more of that one-on-one interaction, which is honestly one of my favorite parts about Twitch. Even though a lot of small YouTube channels are kind of getting thrown under the bus with this new YouTube policy, that if you haven't heard yet, YouTube changed the policy that says you have to have, I believe it's 4,000 hours a year and minimum of 1,000 subscribers to be able to monetize your channel. And so a lot of small YouTubers just are giving up, or not really giving up, but moving elsewhere because they realize that it's very, very, very difficult to keep up that audience and to make an audience that is that big when you're really starting out with nothing at all. With all that put into account, I started YouTube not for the money in the first place. I started it so that I could make stupid videos, make videos that I was proud of, make videos that I wanted to make because I wanted to do it. It's not like I am suddenly not going to be able to fulfill my dream since YouTube installed these new policies. It's just not the case. But of course, I would like to get paid for the work that I put into YouTube and Twitch, and that's why knowing that there's less of a chance that that's going to happen does actually impact my life and impacts the lives of other YouTubers that don't really have a big fan base or a big watch base or friend base at that. So really for this portion of the video, all I wanted to say is that if you're someone who watches on YouTube and you're not interested in going over to Twitch, don't worry about it. It's not a big problem. It doesn't really even bother me. In all honesty, I spend more time on YouTube than I do on Twitch. I barely spend any time on Twitch watching, being an audience member. I don't really find it. It is entertaining. When you start to get a giant audience, which is great, and of course, if someone were to say, hey, I'll give you 10,000 followers right now, I'm not going to turn them down, but the best part of Twitch is that audience interaction. and not being able to have that audience interaction because you have so many members it takes the fun away from Twitch. It takes the originality away from Twitch, because at that point you're just making you're streaming a YouTube video live without any editing. And if that's what you want to do, use YouTube Live. I feel like Twitch, though, it's about the streamer viewer interaction. That is the main foundation of Twitch. And if you're not doing that, then I feel like you're YouTube Live. You're a gameplay person that happens to be going on at the same time that people are watching. And that's great and all, and there's people who want to watch that. I mean, as much as I hate the word lurkers in Twitch, that's what lurkers are people who just want to watch. They don't really want that interaction, they just want to watch you, which is, I love those guys. But the majority of people, I think, are people who want to interact with the streams and who want to be a part of that live element, want to talk to the person that they're watching, that they're seeing, that they watch their YouTube videos. And that's why I think Twitch and YouTube can go so well hand to hand. That's why I want to use it as a and, not a or. And so that's pretty much all of my opinions on Twitch and YouTube. There's really nothing else, but I'm going to go ahead and move to another spot so that I'm not stuck up here on this creepy top level of a parking garage. Instead, I'll be in a creepy woods at night, so I'll see you guys in that location. But we'll be mixing stuff up. Where are you now, Noah? Oh, where am I now, you ask? I'm in the forest because I'm a lunatic and I hate recording videos with my roommate in the room. That's the real reason, and that's the real reason why I'm outside in the middle of flipping nowhere, talking to my phone with the daggum flash on because the lighting sucks here. Oh, I'm so scared someone's gonna walk up on me. I'm gonna die. But anyway, that sort of leads me to my next topic, which was my roommate and the fact that I'm scared recording in my dorm and stuff like that. I was lucky enough to get an interview with the RA selection committee at my college, which means that if I end up getting the RA job, I will have my own room to myself. And the best part about that, and no joke, this is exactly why I'm excited about it, is not only would I love that opportunity, not only would I love getting paid, but it gives me my own room, which means I can film anytime I want, I can do live streams anytime I want. It really opens me up to feeling a whole lot more comfortable when videoing, because I don't like to video with other people in the room. I've done it, and when I'm doing it like playing a game with someone else, that's one thing. But when there's just a random guy like behind you just with earbuds in watching his own video, it's kind of weird, and I feel like I'm causing him more discomfort than he's causing me. And that's the real reason why I don't usually record. And that's the real reason why I am usually outside like this, wandering around in the woods, talking to my phone instead of inside there, because I feel more comfortable out here. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Hopefully I'll know soon. And if it turns out that you jump in on one of the live streams and I'm alone and it looks a lot different, then boom, there's your answer. Turns out I got the job and I got the room, which means more videos, more streams, more awesomeness. But if it wasn't obvious, this is the time of the vlog that it's all about me. All about talking about me, talking about my week, talking about my life, talking about the things that you guys really don't care about, but I'm going to talk about anyway. And if you've made it this far in the video, congratulations. You've truly touched my little heart. But as for this week, it flew by, like to the point that I can barely understand what happened this week. I ended up having 3 snow days? Yeah, 3 snow days pretty much, because the last one was a half day, but because my classes were in the morning, I did not have any classes at all. So that flew by, and then most of the time I was streaming because I had the extra time and editing videos, so that made it feel like it flew by. And honestly, this week went by so fast, and that's why I'm making this video now, is usually I would have it pre-recorded by now, but it snuck up on me. A lot happened. I mean, I got the RA email, I got cast in 2 theater projects, which I'll be working on, which hopefully I'll still have time to do YouTube and Twitch while rehearsing for those theater things, and I'm pretty sure I will. But, I mean, it just a lot happened squeezed into these, like, 7 days, and it felt like I've done so much, but I feel good about it. It's the kind of busy that I like, because it's the kind of busy that I feel productive constantly in. And then not only that, but when you focus on the streams, we had a huge turnout and a huge follower base than what I normally do or normally get on streams. I think we went from like 15 followers at the beginning of this week to at the end, I think I'm like past 40, which if you think about it, doesn't sound like it's that much when you look at like people can get a couple hundred followers or subscribers per day on YouTube and Twitch. But for a small Twitch streamer or a small YouTuber, the fact that I pretty much tripled my original follower base, that's when it's insane. That's when it occurs to you that you pretty much beat all odds. I'm sorry, there's a car that is stopped and is staring at me, and it's causing me much discomfort. Go away now. Shoo shoo. I don't want you here, and you don't want me here, so let's just... You can leave. How does that sound? Back on Twitch. So not only did the followers grow immensely, way more than I thought they would, not only were they amazing crowds on the 3 nights that I ended up streaming, even when I didn't play Jackbox, even when I started playing Mountain Blade and some other games like that, you guys were still awesome about it. That's just it. You guys were awesome. That was some of the best viewers that I've ever gotten on Twitch, and their audience participation and just how kind they were to each other. Those are the kinds of people that I want to meet, and I want watching my videos, and I want to watch their videos. And hey, guess who's back inside? My phone, for some reason, died at like 40%, and so I had to bring it back and upload the videos I had already recorded. And while I was doing that, I noticed that I pretty much started babbling on and being redundant, and so I wanted to just end the video here and kind of finish off by saying really appreciate your guys' support. And it's a couple of you have really surprised me. I didn't honestly think that having a YouTube channel or having a Twitch channel, I always heard that like people would have these interactions with people who were watching them, and they would always thank them. Oh, thank you so much. You guys mean so much to me. And I mean, at the end of the day, I always have thought it was an act. It wasn't one full-blown lie, but I never actually saw it as a truth. I mean, look at Markiplier. Half the time he just cries because of it. And I never really understood that. I never understood that connection with an audience, that intimate of a connection between an audience. But this week I actually finally got I guess you could say, a hint of that. By no means am I going to start bawling because of it, but this week really opened my eyes to the fact of how important entertainment, YouTube, Twitch in general is, and how friendship building that it is, whether it's between people who are just chatting in the chat boxes, or whether it's between me and the viewer and me, and all this different stuff. And so I said last week that I have this vigor inside of me to do all this stuff, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it. But this week really showed me that it doesn't matter whether or not I do have time to do it. I enjoy it, and I really enjoy it, and I enjoy hanging out with you guys. And I hope you do take that as something that I'm not saying as an act, but something I'm truly honestly saying to you, because it does. There were a couple people I ran into during the streams and a couple people I talked to, and you most likely know who you are, but you guys were all, everything that came out of your mouths or that I saw through text was encouraging. And that's new to me in a way. I mean, I've always been encouraged by other people, but to have complete strangers be completely and utterly for some delusion that I have, I think that was the thing that hit me the most. So that was the thing that really hit me the most, and didn't by any means change my life view, but it meant a lot to me. So thank you. And of course, I'll see you in the next video or in the next stream. So ta-ta.